Hey there, Lauren Sisler here with AL.com, checking in with you and checking in with our guy, former Auburn wide receiver turned cornerback. That is Noah Igbinoghene. What's going on, Noah? How are you?
I'm doing really good. How about you?
Doing great. So great to see your smiling face. I know it's from afar.
Yeah.
We're all trying to find a little sense of normalcy here, but as we're anticipating the upcoming NFL draft, it's just great to get to check in with you guys. And first and foremost, how are you feeling right now? As we're just about a week away from the NFL draft. I guess today we are officially 1 week away from round one of the draft.
Just anxious and excited. I would say I'm just ready to hear my name called and be experiencing that with my family for the first time. And so, just anxious and excited. Not really that nervous. Just ready to get it over with and be on the team and play football again.
So, you were one of, I guess it's 58 that got officially invited to be part of the virtual NFL draft.
hmm
How did you learn about that?
I looked at my email one day and I saw this little NFL thing, so I clicked it and I read it, and my agent sent it to my agent, and it was a big deal to me. I kind of celebrated a little bit. I know I posted it on Twitter, stuff like that. It really meant a lot to me to be invited to something like that, and I know it was only a short amount of people that did get invited. So it's just a blessing just to see how far I've come, and to get invited to that was a big thing to me.
So, like, when you clicked on the email and you started reading it, did you like let out a little scream? Did you do a little dance?
Nah, I didn't scream. I probably had a little smile on my face. I'm not gonna lie, and so
Oh.
it was a big deal to me, like I said before, and so it is a blessing.
So, after you told your agent, who was the next person you told?
Uh, my parents kind of already knew before I did. I guess my agent kind of knew before I even told them, and so my parents knew. So they was calling me. I think they called me about like 12 times. 'Cause I think I just got done with my workout before I looked at it, and so I guess my parents knew already. So I didn't. I think it was just my agent. Then I talked to my parents again after that, but they already knew, and so it was a good conversation.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, certainly exciting. And I know the emotions are running rampant right now as you get ready. What is draft day going to look like? So, what are the plans for you guys for this virtual draft?
So I'm just gonna have it. Have my house. I think they're gonna invite like NFL Network or ESPN, and they're gonna come to the house and gonna do like this little virtual draft thing. I'm not really sure how they're gonna do it. It's gonna be interesting to see. But I think I can only have like 6 people in my house. But if I do have more, I think my agent said like they have to get out the room when there's camera time, and so I'm just probably gonna invite my family. I mean, just my family that's in the house with me. Because I don't want people to be there to have to leave when the camera comes on, because that's the most important part. And so this is gonna be me and my family just gonna celebrate that beautiful time. And so
That's awesome. And of course, I imagine things are a little different than what you envisioned going into this process because
yeah,
literally just over a month ago, you're getting ready for the NFL draft, you're training, you're, getting your times all squared away and life is normal, right? And then now we kind of enter into this. So how have things been a little different for you in terms of kind of flipping the switch and sort of taking in this new normal that we have right now?
it's definitely been something to experience. Honestly, I've just been training, so it really wasn't that much of a difference for me. Um, I'll say it's probably the biggest thing is how I train now. It's not really combine related anymore. I had my pro day, so I don't have to really worry about training for the 40 or not doing that anymore. And so that was all fun while it lasted, but now I can really, it's really exciting now because I can work on football, work on the things I need to work on, and what the teams are telling me to work on and stuff like that. And so that's something I've been doing. So it's been a really nice time, even if it is trying times right now. So.
Yeah, so what have some of the teams been talking to you about, things they want you to work on and focus in on?
Uh, so just overall, everything, just make sure I'm up to par on everything. We haven't played an actual football game since like January 1st, something like that. So that's a long time without being able to play football. I know we've been training, but there's nothing like being on the field. So just making sure you're up to par on everything when you come in training camp, whenever that's going to be, and rookie mini camp, whenever that's going to be. Just be ready to compete and ready to go. So I've just been working a combination of everything.
Yeah, and enlighten us a little bit on the process. I know, again, it's been different because you haven't been able to meet with people face to face, but in some of these
Mhm.
conversations, maybe what's a conversation or sort of part of the process that's really stood out to you as, maybe exciting or even challenging?
This is they're doing like Zoom calls now or Skype calls, stuff like that. It's totally different. It's basically it kind of feels like you're meeting in the combine, kind of in Everybody's kind of listening to you. You can't really see everybody's face. One person's talking to you at the same time. Everybody's just staring at you. So it's a little weird, but so it's something you got to do as part of the process. And so I kind of experienced it already at the combine, being in a whole bunch of formal interviews. And so it's something I think I'm good at.
Yeah, so of course, if you can ace that test, I guess everything else seems like a walk in the park, I imagine.
Yeah.
That's got to be pretty tough. Yeah, just looking back at your Auburn career and being at Auburn, what will you miss most about being on campus there at Auburn and being an Auburn Tiger?
Oh, just the whole experience of being an Auburn football player. It's a whole different lifestyle, I would say. Being with my teammates, stuff like that. I miss my teammates already. I know the league is a little bit differently. You're playing with people who got families, stuff like that. So it's not really going to be the same type of brotherhood, I would say. So college, it was a big brotherhood to me. It was a family to me. And so I just missed the whole aspect of it. Running out on Jordan Hare as well, playing in front of the fans. It's just a whole process, just a whole story. I just miss everything.
And I guess just sort of take me through your decision to take this next step. And you're somebody that obviously has kind of risen up in the ranks in terms of the NFL draft and sort of where your stock has just taken a rise. What went into sort of your decision to say, hey, I'm ready to take this next step and take my career to the next level?
First and foremost, I talked to a lot of my coaches. It was a lot of one-on-one meetings with my position coach and stuff like that, Coach Weston McGriff. Talked to my parents first and foremost, Coach Malzahn. It was a combination of all three. Sent my letter into the NFL, got that letter back, and I saw what it was. And so it was a combination of all those, and I knew deep down I was ready to take the next step and become a pro and provide for my family, stuff like that. And so I made the decision. I think after the Minnesota game, we had a big meeting. Me, Coach Malzahn, my family, my position coaches, stuff like that, had a big meeting. And we talked about the ups and downs of the decision, and without the ups and downs of coming back or going away, something like that. And so I think a couple of days after that, I made the decision to come out and haven't looked back since. So.
And when you look ahead to sort of what's in store for you at the next level, what are you looking forward to most about playing in the NFL?
Just going against the best. I already went against the best collegiately. I would say being at Auburn, had a tough schedule every single year. Basically, played somebody tough every single week. So I kind of really already experienced a little bit, but I know the league's going to be different. You're facing professional athletes, somebody who's at the top of their game every single week, and so I'm ready to the aspect of it. I'm ready to earn my respect in that way as well, like I did in college. And so I'm just ready for that whole process, ready to show everybody what I can do, and I want to be the best, and so you got to take out the best and be the best now. So.
And obviously, you come with a unique skill set. Somebody that was a wide receiver at Hewitt-Trussville High School, turned cornerback. I guess the anticipation is that you'll remain in that position in the NFL. I guess looking at the grand scope of things, when you think about guys, you talk about going up against the best. Who is receiver that you probably look forward to most in going up against in the NFL?
That's a good question. DeAndre Hopkins. He's a very physical receiver. Haven't really went against a lot of receivers like that. A lot of receivers are not like that nowadays. And so going against somebody like him would be interesting for me being a physical corner, stuff like that. Tyreek Hill, he's just fast dude. And so going against somebody like that, I'm just going against different people who have to bring out. I have to bring out different parts of my game, and so like I said, DeAndre Hopkins is a physical dude, so I got to play him different than I do Tyreek Hill. So I'm just ready for that whole aspect of it, changing up my game every single week, and depending on the guys I'm going against, so I'm ready. So.
Do you think there's an advantage for you as someone that did play in that wide receiver position to be able to kind of go up against some of the elite talent that you're going to be facing?
Yes, I would say it's an advantage in a way. But it's something that I just feel on the field. I can't really describe it to you, but I've been playing receiver for a very long time, so I kind of know the feeling, kind of know when they're breaking, kind of know when they're running full speed, when they're not running full speed, when they're kind of on their steps, stuff like that. And so it's something, like I said, I can't really describe to you. It's just something I kind of feel when I'm on the field.
Yeah, no doubt. Is there a corner in the NFL that you've mirrored yourself after, or somebody that you've studied before that kind of has helped you to grow and develop into your skill set?
He's not in the league right now, but it was Darrelle Revis. That's somebody, I don't know why. That's somebody I look I looked really up to, especially making that move. That's somebody I've respected his game for a very long time. That's probably one of my favorite corners that's ever played the position. I kind of feel like our traits kind of match up a little bit. Both physical corners, stuff like that. I take time and detail watching how he does what he does. People like Jalen Ramsey that's in the league right now, Jay Alexander, Patrick Peterson, Deion Sanders, all the top guys. I've really been watching a combination of everybody, so trying to improve and take something that they do and put it into my game.
That's great stuff. Now, as we kind of wrap things up, have you received any advice from anybody, any maybe former coaches, teammates, just anyone in the league that is sort of helping you in this process as you get ready for what's next?
I would say I got advice from Carlton Davis and Jamel Dean. They both played at a high level these past 2 years. I think we had a good conversation at the pro day, at my Auburn pro day. They just kind of told me what to expect when I walk into the door and what's going to be asked of me. And so I'm just ready. I'm just ready for this process to end, to be playing football again.
Now, have you talked to any of your former Auburn teammates that are either returning to school or obviously getting ready for the draft as well? Have you had any conversations with them as they're?
I had a couple of conversations. Yes, I have. Yeah, everybody's kind of separated right now. Nobody's really in Auburn but me, I would say. And so, especially my teammates, so everybody's back home, just still working out. And so, yeah, I think everybody's ready for everything to go back to normal.
You and me both. I guess in kind of wrapping things up, last question. So what's on the agenda? We got a week to go before the big day. What is on your agenda these next 6 or 7 days before you hear your name called?
Got a couple more days to work out. Then I'm gonna go home and kind of get everything set up. Spend time with my family even after that day, and just go back to training again. So that's kind of how it is. And so.
All right, and I told you before, my girl Gianna with AL.com wants to know what you're going to be wearing. So you got to get that suit ready to go so we can see you looking all dapper for the big day.
I got you.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much, Noah. We appreciate it as always, and we wish you all the very best. And of course, we'll be in touch. And good luck to you the rest of the way.
Thank you.